Student Government promise to serve with honor and integrity in the best interest of students and the entire college community, in accord with the purposes and goals of the Constitution and bylaws of student government. Congratulations.
Thank you. This is formally filed. Our second order of business is our President Solana.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the school year. My name is Solana, if you don't know, and I'm so excited to be your SGA president for this year. It's so great to be back in person in an old but new space. As we enter the new semester, I'm excited to not only assist each and every single one of you in your endeavors as a club or a class, but to foster a new environment here on campus. I hope that everyone here feels like they can reach out to myself or my EC, regardless of the concern at hand. And if not, please take this as your sign to please reach out. I'd like to introduce my wonderful EC of 5 amazingly talented women who have been working hard over the past summer and not only assisting me as to what I want to see change on our college campus, but what they want to see change as well after the past 2 or 3 years here on campus. So I'd like to not only introduce my team, but give a little insight and thanks to them for their hard work so far. So starting off, we have Giselle Sanchez, who is the Executive Vice President. She's been working hard to put together Leadership Weekend, and not only creating a great schedule, but reaching out to various people to make this event happen. Giselle will be giving more details soon as to when Leadership Weekend is and expectations for clubs, as well as talking about committee chairs, so please listen for this information later. Next, we have Vice President of Club Relations, Juliana Farrell, who is not only in charge of reaching out to clubs, but also the BOC. I ask that treasurers really become acquainted with her, as well as clubs in general. Third, we have Chief of Staff Emily Perez Garcia, who will be working with classes and senators. Emily has been working day and night on creating a new senator contract and revamping the roles and positions for classes. Next, we have Chief Justice Renee Pingon. Ren has been working with the Constitution, the Hearing Board, and elections. She is currently working with our advisor, Fernando Mendoza, on freshman elections and hearing boards. So please look out for more information from her about joining the hearing board. Finally, we have Megan Windsor, who is our Executive Secretary. Megan has really been working hard on reinventing the role as Secretary. Megan runs our social media at CMSV_SGA on Instagram and Twitter, and creates various content for us, but is also in charge of our email and is collecting a database of photos for the end of the year for our slideshow. I hope you all are excited to work with my team just as much as we are excited to work with you guys. And before I close, I just want to touch on a few bases. First, I ask that everybody continues to wear their masks because it is crucial that we keep up with these habits that we have built so that we can return to a sense of normalcy soon. Please keep your friends and peers accountable. The SGA fully supports Dr. Burns' threshold of 80% of the entire campus community being fully vaccinated in order for the mask mandate to be lifted. I know there were a few problems the first week of school with showing vaccination cards at the front gate and having visitors, but my team and I have heard your concerns, reached out, and received a statement from administration. No visitors are allowed in the dorms. If you are being dropped off on campus by a family member or friend, they are required to show their vaccination card or pass, and if not, they are not allowed on campus. This is being done for everybody's safety. Second, I have been reaching out to dining services about the portion sizes, prices, and my dollars this semester. I reached out and scheduled a meeting with dining services and the VP of operations so that we can have more in-depth information and to make sure changes are happening as soon as possible. So please be patient as we all do hear your concerns. Lastly, We're looking forward to getting our athletes more involved on campus. Additionally, my goal for this semester is to get the counseling center more involved on campus, as well as the bridge and the international students. So I look forward to seeing how this progresses over the semester and how we can better our student body through these changes. So thank you all for being here. I'm so glad to be back in person with all of you, and please stay hydrated, study hard, and have a fun semester. Thank you.
Next, we have our first guest speaker, sixth president of the college, and the person that has coined the term #Right Place on the River, Dr. Susan Burns.
Maybe the danger of wearing hoop earrings when wearing a mask. It's a real thing. So it's so good to see you all. I cannot explain to you the joy and energy that I get from being with you all and seeing students back on campus, being healthy and safe, wearing our masks. Thank you, President Solano, for reminding people to do that, and having a good semester. I feel like there's, again, a significant amount of energy and enthusiasm for being back, and we're so happy that you're here. I just have a few updates, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have, but I want to first reinforce what President Solano said about her voice and caring for your voice to administration and to keep those lines of communication open. Very much so. It's really important because for our governance of our institution to work, we need to work together. We can't fix what we don't know is broken. We can't imagine the possibilities if we don't have good and open lines of communication. So please know that she and the Executive Council, your classes, your clubs, and so forth are ways in which to get your voice heard with the administration. President Solano and I have regularly scheduled meetings set, and so it's not just she sends me an email and we're done. There's an open line of communication there. And that's true not only for her and my conversation, but it's true for the leadership, the senior administrative team as well, that we want to hear, again, what's working well and where there are challenges so we can work together in this community. So President Solano mentioned COVID-19 vaccination and the bumpy start that we had at the beginning of the semester. These continue to be strange times that we're living in. And I keep saying to the team, the senior administrative team, that we need to change our way of talking about what it is we're going to return to. I don't know that we can ever return to normal because so many people have been affected in so many different significant ways. So to say we're going to return to normal, in my opinion, devalues the significant impact this pandemic has had on people. And so I haven't found a great new way to describe a return to something that might look more typical, but know that we're working toward that. And your participation, your efforts, your encouraging of your student colleagues to make sure that as soon as they're vaccinated, they're submitting their records, all leads us back to what might be more typically expected on a college campus. Again, we are looking towards that 80%, and if you look on the website today, right now, it says 70%. We continue to monitor that percentage and look to update that weekly. There's a little bit of lag. You all are doing a great job of uploading your vaccination records. By the way, there might be like a raffle that you might be interested in. Yeah, that was scheduled for tonight, but I believe is moved to tomorrow. Please pay attention, get those records uploaded because not only is it the right thing to do and keeps our community healthy and safe, but there's also some good incentives available for that as well. The one thing I do want to say about the 80% and us working toward that 80%, know that we continue to pay attention to CDC guidelines, State of New York and City of New York. The State of New York has defined COVID-19 as an airborne virus, and by doing that, they've enacted what they call the HERO Act for the state of New York, which does have some implications for our masking. Note that, again, I'm not changing what I've said before, we're still working towards that 80%, but we do have to be mindful of any other regulations that are put upon us that we don't have control over. So please know that you should stay tuned on that website to see where we're at. That HEROES Act is currently set to expire September 30th, but we'll continue to pay attention to what is required. Please mask up. Please don't be offended if I tell you to put a mask on. Please tell your friends, don't be offended if I tell you to put a mask on or put a mask up. I feel like I'm a little bit of a mask police here lately. And I will call people out because I want us to be healthy and safe. And I think part of the lack of masks in conversations with some is that, well, didn't you take that mask mandate off? Well, we did briefly, but we put it back on. So make sure that you tell others that I'm not doing it to be mean, I just want to make sure that we're healthy and safe. We continue to do testing on campus and testing today. Please, even if you are vaccinated, please test. It's good for our community to know how we're doing in terms of COVID-19 presence on campus. I tested today as well. Benny has on social media tested today. Make sure that you're also encouraging others to test. And when there are vaccine clinics, make sure that you take advantage of them or encourage others to take advantage of them as well. Probably the biggest thing that you should know about the COVID-19 restrictions right now that you are already living is the restrictions that the City of New York has put on us. So the City of New York says all indoor dining must have proof vaccination. That's not us just being difficult. That is a city requirement, and we've been told by the Board of Health that they will randomly show up to check that we're actually doing it. And so it may be a pain to have to tap in or show your vaccination record if you've got somebody who's vaccinated. My husband volunteers in the library on Mondays. He comes to the Hudson Heights, and he has to show his vaccination record to even the Hudson Heights. Just make sure that you're ready to go for that. Same is true for Peter J. Sharp. I would say, please make sure you're wearing masks in Peter J. Sharp. That's really important, and I know it's obnoxious. I know that we all want to take them off, and we know that the people who are in Peter J. Sharp are vaccinated, but you still need to wear your mask. That's still part of the expectation. So as student leaders and students who show up, please continue to be the leaders in this effort to stay healthy and safe. That's my COVID-19. I'll pause for just a moment. Any questions on COVID-19? All right. You might want to have some updates on the buildings and renovations and things like that. Yeah, perhaps. How many of you have been over to the library to see the second floor? Raise your hand. How many of you should go to the library if you've not raised your hand yet? Everybody else, go to the library and check it out. Our Oxley Integrated Advisory Center has moved over to the second floor of the library, and that space looks really nice. We are still waiting on some furniture to arrive. We'll have some new soft seating that will arrive that will put in some color into that second floor as well, so stay tuned for that furniture to arrive very soon. I know that there's some work to be done in the library. I absolutely am aware of that, but we're one step forward. We're moving forward with those updates. I know that the Oxley Integrated Advisors would love to see you over there as well, so don't just go in and study on the first floor, go upstairs and see them as well. How many of you have seen the locker rooms? The locker rooms look spectacular. They look really fantastic, and I would say, having been, my previous institutions have all been NAIA, not D3 or NCAA. I will say that we've got much nicer locker rooms than any locker rooms I've ever experienced on my own campus. It was really very nice. How many of you have seen the murals in the hallway around the locker rooms? Yeah, absolutely. I don't think the murals have gone up in the front entry yet of Peter J. Sharp, but there'll be some new nice murals that'll go up in that area as well. How many of you have seen or actually ridden on one of those shuttles that say, right place on the river? Yeah. So the shuttles have been updated with nice new wraps on them that actually say right place on the river as well, and look spectacular. The street signs you might have noticed around campus are new this year. Please know that we're actually going to work on switching those out. They're kind of hard to read. We'd like to update them again. So you might see some changes on those street signs, but they're there for a reason because we know that some people come in and need to know exactly where to go, and those street signs will help with that as well. We're also in process of updating the banners that are on campus that the College of Mount St. Vincent seal. My hope is within the next week or two, I thought it would happen prior to the beginning of the semester, but they've been delayed, that you'll see some new banners go around campus that will be so spectacular, real beautiful colors and different imagery as well. So those are very exciting. I say the best for last, this beautiful building that will open at Keno Hall is in progress. And again, those students who have been disrupted in their ability to move into a Keno, thank you for your patience. Know that if we could have had you in there right away, we would have had you in there right away. But again, there are some things that are beyond our control, and that really boils down to the inspections left for floors 3, 4, and 5. We are finishing those inspections. We are slated to move in this weekend. Students who are moving in, please stay tuned to your emails for more information. The first 2 floors, we knew that were going to take just a little bit longer. We're intending on moving nursing simulation and materials over there at the end of the month. Don't hold me on that yet. Don't hold me to that yet, because we still have some inspections, but that's the plan at this point. So we want to get you over there as soon as possible. Know that absolutely is a priority to finish that up as well. 2 other updates, and one, I think, in my opinion, wonderful thing for all of us to celebrate. We are, if you've not heard, working on a new physician's assistant program here at the College of Mount St. Vincent. It's a master's program that we are in the accreditation process. We had a mock site visit this week for that accreditation process and had a really outstanding review. We will have our first, there are 3 rounds of accreditation for the PA program. Our first official is in October. All signs look very good in that we intend to open that program to its first cohort in the fall of 2022. And so, why is that important to you as undergraduates? Well, some of you might actually be interested in a PA program that might be open by the time you're ready to think about graduate school. But what it does for you as undergraduates as well is it raises the profile of this institution, so more people can know about the good work that we're doing here at the College of Mount St. Vincent. The other thing that could have an impact on you as undergraduate students, that you'll need to stay tuned for more information, and I will let you know today, that we are working on building out what we're calling the College of Mount St. Vincent Conservatory of Music. So we are not necessarily starting a new music program, let me be clear, we're not starting an academic program, but we have hired a gentleman who has previously worked with the Concordia Conservatory to start music lessons, to start ensembles, to start the opportunity to expand our music offerings at the College of Mount St. Vincent, to also offer opportunities to the community to come on campus, to be involved in music on our campus as well. And so the Mount has a history of having music. That history kind of lapsed. It's time to bring music back to the Mount. And so please stay tuned. I think that we'll have some opportunities starting in the spring semester, small, starting in the spring semester. But if you are a musician like me and have it as an application where you just love to be involved in music, stay tuned for that and pay attention. The diversity, equity, and inclusion, I want to let you know that that committee is in panel. We do have student representation on that committee. That committee met last spring semester after I handled it. They did a climate survey. If you filled out that survey, thank you for filling out that survey. The first kind of priority of the fall semester is to do kind of an analysis of that survey so we can learn what work we have to do at the Mount. What can we celebrate and what do we need to spend some time on? So please pay attention, because I do hope that students are partners in that process of how we can make our institution even more about diversity, equity, and inclusion. All right, the last thing that I want to share with you. I am not a huge fan of college rankings. However, the college rankings can help, again, get our name out and help the world know, the United States world know who we are, what we do, and why we do it. And over the past number of years, the College of Mount St. Vincent has ranked fairly well in different categories. One category in particular that we've ranked well in is social mobility. And what that basically means, in a short summary, is that we meet our students where they are and help them achieve. And especially for those students who may be first generation, who may come from a challenged socioeconomic background, we see significant growth in their potential post-College of Mount St. Vincent experience. The U.S. News and World Report rankings just came out this week. Previously, I think we were ranked number 22 in our Northeast area. We've moved up to 17, which is exciting, but even more exciting, if you look at the rankings, kind of slice it and dice it as a statistician, I love to do that kind of stuff. We are number 1 for private, nonprofit schools in New York City. So congratulations, you chose well, absolutely, round of applause for that. So know that tells your story, that helps tell the important work that we do. It is just a number, it is just a signal of the many wonderful things that happen at this institution. And I will say again, please share that story. You all, I follow all the different student organizations on social media, predominantly stay on Instagram, although I have Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, but predominantly on Instagram. Continue to tell that story because we want people to know of the good work that you are doing here at the College of Mount St. Vincent, and know that I look forward to supporting the work that you're going to do this year as a council, students, classes, and so forth, and know that my husband and I look forward to participating in various activities, going to games, and so forth, and seeing you at this great place in the river. Any other questions for me, or any questions for me before I turn right back over? All right, thank you all. Be healthy, safe, well, stay hydrated. That's great advice. And have a great academic year. Thank you.
Before we have our next guest speaker, the new director of Counseling Center, is guys.
Hello, so good to see everybody. The fall is my favorite time of year to see the colleges up and running and all of you here. I'm also really excited as the director of counseling that you asked me to come to the first SGA meeting. I've only been at Mount St. Vincent, I think, since August 30th, but what this invitation says to me is that you are interested in mental health, your mental health and the mental health of your classmates, which is a really important thing. I've spent my career in higher education between counseling centers and being a professor of psychology, professor of counseling, and right now the counseling center has moved, maybe some of you are aware, up to the 5th floor of Founders Hall, and it's a lovely suite of offices, and some of them actually look out over the river, over the tree line of the river, so it's kind of good for the soul up there. And we invite you to come. We want you to come. We want you to bring your friends. And, you know, college can be confusing and exciting and overwhelming, and we are a confidential space for you to come and talk about all of those things. So, you know where we are, you know what we do, and our appointment times are every day from 8:30 to 4:30. We have 4 interns and 2 licensed professional clinicians. There's plenty of appointments available. 8:30 to 4:30, and then a couple days a week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we're open until 6:30. So what you need to do, well actually, also I want to say walk-ins are welcome. So if something went bump in a big way in the middle of the day and you need a place to come and get yourself together, we are happy to do that, and somebody will take you as long as we're available to take you. So how do you make an appointment if it isn't a situation where you're just walking in? We have a link to a portal that takes you right into all the available appointments, drop-down menus where you can select the clinician. And then if you're up on the 5th floor, you'll notice on our door we have the link, and then we also have a QR code that you can scan and make your appointment. And then the last thing I want to say is we are very interested in wellness programs, and we are very interested in assisting in your wellness programs. I know some of you have worked with Matthew in the past, and our interns are interested in helping. I'm interested, so don't hesitate to think about us as you're planning your programs. So are there any questions that I can answer for you about counseling? Yes.
Thank you. I was wondering if you already had some wellness programs of your own that you were thinking of hosting for the student body.
Well, you know, I've been here a few weeks, so I'm not sure how I was thinking of that as programs that I've done in the past. So certainly wellness programs in terms of meditation, do all this like psychoeducational programs as far as health in college. Obviously, alcohol, substance abuses are all things that are very valuable. Some ideas that we're kind of tossing around right now might be different groups that we might be able to run based on student interest. So I would say, I can certainly come up professionally with a whole list of programs for you, but I'd really like more to hear what you're interested in, and then we'll try to make that happen for you. Okay, anything else? Other questions? So where are we located? Fifth floor? How do you get an appointment? The QR code or the link portal? Can you walk in? Can you bring yourself? Can you bring your friends? Yes, good. We'll see you on the fifth floor. Take care.
This report will be filed. Up next is the report of the Executive Council officers. First up is Vice President of Public Relations, Carol.
Hi everybody. My name is Juliana Farrell, and I will be Vice President of Public Relations for the 2021-2022 school year. I want to thank everyone involved in the Fest yesterday. I think it went so good. Thank you to all the clubs, and I think that the dance teams especially really deserve a round of applause right now. First thing I want to address is club budgets. Thank you for everyone that submitted them on time. Thank you for that. We're going to review them as soon as possible. By the end of this week, that's the plan. Speaking of that, all members of the BOC, so class treasurers, please come meet me this morning without talking to me. Today, no yesterday without talking to me. So we can schedule a meeting. I did send out an email, but we'll do it. Second thing is club orientation. I'm going to send out an email about that ASAP. So look out for that, especially club presidents, club vice presidents, treasurers, whatever. Next, most importantly, is my email. If you have any issues, reach out to me, club related, budget related, whatever it is. Talk to me. If I can't help you, I'll redirect you to someone that can, especially for area. And if you want that, it is boc@mountstvincent.edu, all lowercase. Lastly, club attendance. All clubs should have one representative. Please don't represent two clubs. I'm going to be strict about that this year. SGA is every other week, so there's plenty of time to find someone, and you should always have a backup. Always. Never know what happens. And it should be an active member of your club. Please don't find someone that's just your friend. If you have any issues, you can always email me, and I'll try to help you find someone to come. If there's an emergency, obviously that's out of your control. But please email me if you find out anything, and we can work something out. Lastly, for attendance, just stand so I can see you. There's a lot of people in the room. Raise your hand when I call the name of your club. First up is a moment of action. Okay, thank you. Angela. Anime Video Club. Best Buddies. Thank you. Black Student Union. Thank you. Business and Sports. CAB, Campus Activities Board, thank you. Caribbean Student Association, Club Love, Cheerleaders, CMSV Cheerleaders, no, last one. Here. You're here? Oh, thank you. CMSV Players, Creative Hearts, Dolphin Dolls, Untitled Chapter, Filament, Flavor. If I don't see you, just sit here. Full-Monty, Mount MDs, Pre-Occupational Therapy Club, Raw Fashion, Samahan, heads. Relent. Crack Club. What's cooking? Words. And nicely exact. Okay, all those rules still apply. Today you get a free pass if you were here for more than one club, but for next SGA, we get the next, try to be one person per club. Thank you.
Thank you. This report will be filed. Next up is chief of staff, Eric Thurston.
Hello, everyone. I'd just like to say that it's really crazy. Like, when I was up there, I saw my class. I remember I was a freshman in the back, and class of 2022 was over there, and now I'm here, I'm chief of staff. So that's just crazy. But I wanted to thank all the classes who have put on programs so far for doing that. That was great. So, I want to talk about attendance. It's great everyone has business casual attire. We've gone back to that. So, moving forward, just keep the same energy. Everyone's looking great. So, the 29th, I expect to see you dressed up almost the same. Attendance will be taken. I know I passed out an attendance sheet today. Vice President should be taking attendance for people who are late or excused. And there are exceptions to like excused absences, which is medical reasons, if you have a class or clinical interference, or an athletic commitment. Otherwise, like emergencies may come up, we understand, but as long as you communicate that to Vice President, you should be fine. I also sent out an email to class presidents and vice presidents about head senator elections. So the deadline for that is 24th. So I hope you'll be running the elections for head senator. Basically, a head senator is the VP's assistant. Additionally, senator's contract and board contract will be handed out at senator's training, and that's to be announced. So just make sure to check and respond to your emails. And final thing, I would just like to meet with the president after this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. This report will be filed. Next up, chief of staff, Amy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy first SGA meeting of the school year. Woo! So just to introduce myself again, my name is Renovations, and I'm your Chief Justice this year on the SGA Executive Council, and I'm excited to work with every single one of you this year. And yeah, it feels kind of emotional. This is my senior year, and I've been on SGA for the past 3 years. Since I was a freshman, I started out as a senator. I've been a senator until my junior year, and now I'm DC. So things I do as Chief Justice is act as parliamentarian of the SGA Constitution, be in charge of SGA elections, and also I'm a part of the hearing board, which you'll hear more about in upcoming meetings. And here's some updates. So I'm currently working on freshman elections. So could members of the class of 2025 raise their hands? Woo, yes, thank you for coming. Yes, awesome. So yes, thank you again for coming, and thank you for those who already expressed interest on the election intent form. So I'm just gonna say some dates. So yeah, just listen tight. And yeah, the election intent form, which was sat on the alternate for the past couple of days, is going to be closed tomorrow, September 16th at noon. So if you want to run for any member of your class council or even become a senator, submit that form by tomorrow at noon. And later that day, you'll get an email from me with the rules on when to campaign. You cannot campaign until it is time to campaign. And yeah, my email is rpangan01 happening before or after that time period. And elections will be conducted that next day, September 21st from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on self-service. So freshmen, please vote on self-service and vote at that time. And the winners will be announced on the next day, September 22nd at 12 p.m. And yeah, the second update I have is the hearing board. And just to let you all know again, I'm the student in charge of the hearing board, and we're going to be looking for new members. So right now, I'm currently focusing on freshman elections, but after that, I'm going to be focused on building up the hearing board again. So if you're interested in that, just keep up with any updates. So yeah, that's it for today. And thank you so much again for your time. And let's make this semester the best one. Thanks again.
Just as a reminder, you should not be using your cell phones during SGA meetings. Thank you. Next up, we have Secretary Needs Winter.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Winter, and I'm super excited to be here with all of you today. So first and foremost, make sure you're following our Instagram and Twitter. Our pages are both CMSV_SGA, and we post all of our events and announcements on those platforms. We also have a link tree in our Instagram bio, so go check that out as well. And our email is back up and running, so email us with any questions or concerns. It's at studentgovernment@msns.edu. For clubs and classes, you can either tag us in your posts, in your Instagram posts or Twitter, or DM us so that we can repost all of your flyers on our Instagram to promote all of your events that you guys are planning throughout the semester. And lastly, a reminder, SGA is running bi-weekly with Campus Activities Board. A flyer with all of our dates for the meetings are already on our Instagram, which remind you the dates are as follows. September 29th, October 13th, October 27th, which is our town hall meeting, November 10th, and December 1st. Thank you.
Up next is myself. So as you heard from Amanda, I'm the one who's in charge of Leadership Weekend, and it's coming up very quickly. Leadership Weekend will be taking place next weekend at Syracuse Springs Camp Retreat up in the Catskills, which is September 24th through the 26th. Sign-ups have begun. Keep in mind there's only 35 spots, and there should be one representative from each club. We will not be allowing one person to represent more than one club, and the presidents must also go from every class. So whoever selected president of the freshman class, keep in mind you will have to attend, and that is September 24th through the 26th. We'll be meeting at 3:30 p.m. on that Friday. What else? Next thing is committees. So there are a total of 6 committees: dining services, security, res life advisory, facilities, IT, and also this year will be adding CAB. We're looking for a committee chair for IT and facilities only, so if you're interested in that, you guys can send me an email later. There'll be more information to come in the upcoming meeting, but I will say that we will be accepting 7 senators per committee, and we will not be having more than 3 senators be from the same class, so there has to be a mixture. And then for CAB, there's going to be 5 students. There will be 1 student from each class, and then a student from the bridge program. And again, we'll be conducting sign-ups on the 29th, which is our next SGA meeting. And like I mentioned right before this, friendly reminder, you have to stay off your phones. And that's it for me. This report we have. So our next order of business is report from the classes. So first up, we have class of 2022 president. Get it over.
Hello everyone. I hope everyone's having a very successful start to the semester. My name is Alba, for those of you who don't know me. Today we'll be hosting a McDonald's at 9 o'clock at the PAC, so please come support, tell a friend, bring your roommate. However, for the seniors, tomorrow we'll be hosting our senior toast. You can come casual, So please be aware of that. And I hope everyone is having a nice day. Like, fun fact, my favorite thing about the shade is the first SJ meeting because there's refreshments. So enjoy. Bye.
Up next is class of 2023 President Rodriguez.
Hey y'all, we're having a great day today. We just have one announcement. The class of 2023's Vice President Marissa will be hosting a glow in the dark paint night at September 28th at 7 p.m. That's all.
Thank you, this is for Ricardo. Next up is class of 2024 President Sanchez.
Hi everyone, it's so nice to see you. Our only reporters are having a Halloween fun movie night today at Hayes Auditorium, so come out, bring your blankets, bring your friends, and thank you guys, I'm really excited for this year.
Thank you. This report will be filed. Up next is announcement. So just some for announcements, it should only be 20 to 30 seconds, and the event you're announcing must fall on or before the following SJ week. So if any clubs want to come up and give announcements, you can come up to the podium. You have 20 to 30 seconds to make announcements. So you can come up now.
Hi everyone, Class Studies is having their first general body meeting tonight at 7 o'clock. It's on Zoom. Please check it off and enter the link. Thanks.
Hi everyone, Club Club will be having its first event September 21st from 4 to 5 p.m. in the game room. We will be making vision boards on what you wish to manifest for yourself in your mental health this academic year. I hope you can come, like the professionals will be served. Angelique, Mike, Cassandra, Emily, and I hope we can learn, overcome, vocalize, and encourage with us this year.
Hello everyone, Simone will be having its first GBM tonight at 6 in the back.
Hi, so Creative Arts is having their first GBM on Tuesday, September 28th from 4 to 5 in the Williamsburg District.
Hello, the Blackstone Union will be having its first GBM area night next Thursday, the 23rd, at the back room classroom.
Hi everyone, Cal will be hosting our first GBM next Wednesday, the 22nd at 5 p.m. in Pleasant Heights. And tonight we'll be holding a celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month down in Pastorini at 7 p.m. See you there.
Hey, so the COVID vaccine raffle that was supposed to be tonight is moved to tomorrow night. There's going to be a link. Grand prize tomorrow night is free tuition. Wow. Also a $500 Visa gift card. A number one for housing lottery will also be raffled off. And what's the fourth one? Books, free books. We'll also be raffled off. So look up the alphabet. It's going to be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Google Meets. If you have friends that have not uploaded, please make sure they upload so we have an accurate number. Thank you.
Thank you, this is for the file. Before we continue with the adjournment of the meeting, just want to let you guys know you have your refreshments in the back. Okay. So just to talk about how this happened. So to adjourn every meeting, I would say if there's no further new business or announcements, anyone wants to adjourn this meeting, President Solano will raise her hand, and only she will raise her hand. After that, I would say we have a second, and then that's when all of you guys raise your hands. And then after that, I will proceed to say all in favor, say aye. And then you all must say back to me, and then we'll officially adjourn the meeting. So with that being said, if there's no further new business or announcements, entertaining a motion to adjourn this meeting. Do we have a second?